then I'm not going to enter the silo menu. It shouldn't even bring that sign up until you get your spout lined up with your trailer here. And I can tell already it's not lined up with my trailer. And not even fucking... Oh yeah, it is. And see, that's weird. See, on a monitor, you don't look at it like you do out of your eyes. Your eyes, you look at it things like depth. The monitor is flat. So you need to have an overhead view of the fucking thing so you can see this, where exactly the spout is. I can't get the camera to go look down at all. I can't do a top-down view. So I can't tell where the fucking spout is. In real life, what you can do is just look through your eyes. And since you can't do that, they need to have a top-down view for this fucking thing. Because I know what it's going to do is I'm going to lose the damn seed. See, from that angle, it looks like it's not even lined up with the back of the fucking trailer. It's like it's way off. And yet, over here, it is lined up with the back of the fucking trailer. And this way, and it looks like it's too far to the right. But if you go over here, it's actually too far to the left. Huh, that's crazy. And unless you've got 3D glasses or something, which this game doesn't implement, you're going to have a hell of a time with it. Okay, let's go to the silo menu. They won't let us go to the silo menu. Okay, let's start dispensing wheat. It'll say you're wasting grain or whatever. Well, what do you know? I got it right this time. You see, it doesn't, I mean, from this angle, it doesn't look like it's even fucking pouring in the damn thing. It looks like, I don't know if the camera can see it, but over here, it doesn't even look like it's pouring in here. It looks like it's missing, but it's actually pouring it in there. So the perspective's all messed up. Or rather, you can't possibly have a perspective on a one-dimensional monitor. You have to have a top-down view where it'll work right. So let's go ahead and spill our grain and spill the beans and get on with the next part of the fucking tutorial. 72%. I can't see more than that for my grain track. Let's go and take it to where the arrow is showing us. Star and an arrow over here. The Ultima 9 Mines of Minnock HUD, where if you don't do Minnock first, you trigger that event and the game's stuck or whatever. I wear my Hayeee boots, 'cause I'm too stupid to tie my shoes. Okay, so here's the, and it should say something like now empty grain or some shit, but it won't. It'll just sit there. Okay, so empty the goddamn grain. So let's see what it says. Let's see what the motive. Okay, dispense the grain. Okay, so dispose the grain. So let's dispose the grain. You know, we're not even centered on the fucking grainer. Or not even centered on the fucking grating. Okay, yeah, it's like if you're not exactly in the center, your trailer's not exactly centered with the fucking waypoint, it won't accept that you've even done it. Okay, trolley up. Trolley up, up. Wake up, you stupid tutorial. Tell me that I've disposed of the grain or I'm going to kick you. It should say you were disposed of it. Okay, good. Good, that did it. I tripped it. So now it's ready to go to the next part of the tutorial, which is the catch trailer and get to the hay working. Let's get going. That's fucked up. Even though I disposed of the grain early on, and it was at night when I did it, it didn't. That was before I was supposed to dispose of the grain, so it wouldn't acknowledge it. And then when I get done with whatever, I can't remember what I was supposed to do after I did that, before I was supposed to dispose of the grain, it says, I go up And I finally get to this point, and it goes up here, and it doesn't even know. And I try to empty an empty trailer. It doesn't even fucking accept that I have an empty trailer, even though the fucking grain is already in the fucking silo. Then I go out and do a little hay work, seeing if that'll trigger. It didn't trigger. This is to sum everything up. So I come back. So you have to have a full grain of thing. If you have a full grain, I'm not saying it doesn't make any sense. If you have a full trailer full of grain, it'll accept it. But it should have accepted it when I dumped the fucking grain in the first time. I shouldn't have to run the silo at all. I shouldn't have to go over and refill it in the silo. That's fucked up. I shouldn't even be explaining this. It's self-explanatory. I was over there filling it up in the silo. I should tell everyone that, you know, the tutorial should, the grain was already in there. The tutorial should have known that. The grain was already in there. Okay. So if you ever get in this problem, just do things backwards. There may be some areas where you can't do that, but like for instance with the grain, just go refill it in the silo again, and then go dump it again. Now fertilizing, I don't know. You're probably screwed there, because once it's fertilized, it's fertilized. You cannot do that. So I've never gotten in trouble with fertilizing now. And you can only save in one area of this game. So, like I said, if you're stuck in this tutorial, you can't go back and reload a previously saved game. You're stuck. You have to start over, a whole new game over. It takes forever too. It's going to be slow. You gotta have a way to save multiple times. What I'd recommend doing is backing up your save somewhere else, and if you want to load up some old save, delete the save that's in the folder, probably in documents somewhere. I haven't really checked. And then put your backed up save in documents. Oh, so I need to shut down probably. That's probably the only workaround for that. I do that with games that have only a limited amount of save. You can do that with just about any game out there that has a limited amount of saves. Right. So we gotta attach our trailer, and we gotta do it where the waypoint is. We can't just attach it here and make sloppy nuts of our farm, although you should be able to, because this is time consuming. It has nothing to do with farming at all. This is more like a driving sim. I'm doing shit like this. A farming sim. Like a truck driving sim. I'm carting my shirts over to Walmart in my trailer because I got nothing better to do besides working at Walmart, transporting all of my pantyhose in my trailer to the warehouse where them guys in receiving, they're gonna unload my truck, but there ain't no simulation where I can get out there and help them unload them pantyhose onto the warehouse and then drive off over to IHOP to get me a steak omelet. Okay, we'll finalize this with the finalizing of the music. Detach, please. Next task, leave the vehicle. Left. Next task, upgrade silo. Well, that means getting back on the vehicle because it takes forever to walk over there. And we've already put some... I bought several other silos. One for peas, one for corn, and one for wheat. Well, that one's already in there. And so now we're going to go over and expand our wheat silo. It's about 3 o'clock 52 regular time. So it's 15:52 military time. GPS says 1553. Sunny weather. We don't have a weather forecast machine. We have to drive up on the ramp to upgrade the silo. Can't we just like call someone on the phone somewhere? And it's like we don't have to drive to the silo to upgrade the silo. Get up on the ramp, center your tractor on the ramp. And then you go run to the telephone and call someone to upgrade the silo. Okay. Great. Center the tractor. Okay, finally silo menu came up. Okay, so we're going to upgrade our wheat section of our silo for our 10,000 euros. What is that, 10,000 pounds? I don't know. The silo has 4 levels available. The better upgrade, the more grains can be stored in each silo. Okay, we already did upgrade our silo because the first upgrade, tier 1, is 5,000 euros. So we're upgrading to tier 2. Current upgrade level 2 out of 4. So now we can hold 250 tons. Okay, what the hell are you talking about? We just upgraded the silo. So, okay, you need to bale the hay left in the field. Duh. I already did that, you dodo bird. Attach baler. And where would that be? In the barn? No. Wrong. On the field. I left it there. I wear my bale hay boots because I'm a stupid tutorial that doesn't know how to tie its shoes. Living in a castle too, rich and stupid. Can't appreciate my wonderful castle and all the lands around. I'm too stupid. I wear boots because I don't know how to tie my fucking shoes. Okay, we're in the green. We got gas, our engine's not overheating. My combine's sitting out there in the middle of the field for no reason. Gathering dust. Hasn't been cleaned up in a long time. Behind us, they will only leave their dust. Still no need to worry, reason to be sad. Days on the farm remind us, playing the banjo. Bale hay. Yeah, I haven't done any work. Look at all them damn bales out there. What do you think they are? Roly-polies? Okay, damn it. Hook up. There we go. Attach. It goes slightly ahead of where you look at it. It doesn't actually, it should go where you, okay. Move field with baler. Move to field with baler. Well, we've already done all this crap. We already baled the damn field. We gotta move to field with baler. Bale field. How much of the field have we baled? We have baled. It doesn't even say. We're screwed. Okay. Plow area. Okay, we're baling. Baling, baling, baling. Baling, baling, baling. Baling the hay. Baling, 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 baling. Baling. driving around in Talons because we are a stupid farmer. We don't know how to fucking drive the tractor. Or the green one, skinny as a rail. Like one of them 130-pound hickory boys who has a big fat wife who looks like a stuffed turkey. Now, is it going to ever say, drive back to the farm? No, it's not going to say that. Because I think now we're probably, I'm 90% sure we are stuck. One thing, there isn't a graph down there on the LCD down here that says, the GPS that says, you know, what percentage you have bailed. So, it probably didn't have any way of knowing that we did anything because we didn't do it in the order it was supposed to be done in. I'm just going to do a speed run through here. Fly through here and kind of mop up whatever's left over, but there is probably nothing left over. I think we're pretty much screwed. I think the tutorial is not going to let us go to the next step at the last moment. The next thing to do, I'm pretty sure after this, is they're going to advance the time, which you should be able to do yourself too, but you can't. And then you're going to go sell your crops, right? But I can't get out of this to go sell my damn crops. Can't sell my crops. And the graphics are excellent. The way the sunlight hits the bales of hay and reflects light off of the sides of them. Pretty awesome. It's the way it looks in real life if you drive down the farm. During a tutorial, you can't make any progress because there will be chances are you'll do something wrong somewhere that you're not even probably aware of, something a little better than what I've done. So now, let's see. I can't even get the damn thing to fucking dispense the hay that I've got in here. It doesn't even know that there's hay in there. So the fill is 29%, but it does not know that there's even hay in the fucking field. So, and the key isn't there. If it's not indicated over there, you can't do it. The key to dispense the hay, I think, is T. I think is the letter T, but it has to be indicated over here on the GPS before you're allowed to push the T. Push the T, doesn't do anything. The tutorial is stuck. I can't get the crap out of my hay baler. I got another bale of hay, but I can't get it out of there. Of course, it could also be that it's only it's at 29%. It's not at 100%, which means that the tutorial is not going to let me go. Because there's no more hay out here to get. And there is only one thing left to do, and it is tedious. And I'll have to turn off the camera and all this crap to do it. That is to get the combine and rake up what's left of the wheat that's already still growing. Go back, dump it in the silo, take it out of the silo, well, and, well, no, not that, no. Yeah, dump it in the silo. Then come back, and what's in there, the straw that's left, get that up. Now, there may not be enough to fill this thing up to 100%, so it may not even work. So this is going to be the end of my YouTube videos, my series of videos of Farming Sim 2014, the failed project, the failed experiment, we'll call it, say. Goodbye. And feel free to comment or say anything, as long as it's not hateful and it's constructive. And I appreciate some information on this stuff, and maybe they'll find maybe someone from the makers of the game will find it and patch it or anything.